Hey family, we are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now, we're going to get our popcorn. And then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car. And I'll be in there in a minute. I'll see you real soon.
TeNika Shenette, the plus-size doll. Do you like to shop online but hesitate because of the uncertainty about sizing and the quality of some items? Have you came across an outfit that you love to rock, but girl, you want to know more about the company and how their items run first? I get it. Check out TeNika Shenette, the plus-size doll on YouTube for the latest updates in plus-size fashion and styles. She does the reviews that you can use. Timing is of the essence, but she will reach out to any company if she's not already signed with them. And get that item or a similar item to try it on first and provide that honest review on sizing, quality, and shipping. She does it all and often can get a discount code exclusively for her subscribers. So subscribe now and shop with confidence, knowing if you would size up, size down, or true to size. She also reviews wigs, bundles, hair products. Like I said, she does it all. Measurements are in the description as well as the contact information for business inquiries or collabs. So subscribe today to be a part of the dollhouse where everything is big, bold, and beautiful. The link is in the description box down below.
Hey, how is everybody doing? Thank you guys for coming in. I know this is just a pop-up. I wanted to go over the body cam interaction that Gabby Petito and Bryant Laundrie was in. It's an hour video, you guys. This is a pop-up, so don't, if you've got something to do, you can listen, you can watch it with us. But I want to watch this, and I knew some people stayed up last night, and you know what happened? I'm still on medication, taking my medication and stuff. And so it knocked me out. So I didn't get to watch it last night. And so this is my last night off. So I would like to watch it. I hope you guys watch it too. But if you got something to do, that's fine too. Just having pieces don't get us nowhere. We want to know everything. I did find out today that actually Gabby and Brian came right through Wichita, Kansas. So that kind of made me go, wow, I didn't know that. I didn't know that they came through here. But like I tell you, anytime when you're going cross country, you got to come through Kansas because, we're in the middle of the United States. And, this state leads you to every place you want to go. And it's the easiest route to go. And it's the best route to go because you don't have that many complications. I want to say, hey, I see you, Elaine. Elaine, how are you doing? Elaine Bruner, thank you for coming back. Long time no see, she says. I don't have you on here so I can bring it up. But thank you for rejoining the members club. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. Thank you. All right. Got stung by a bee for the first time 3 days ago. I don't know, but $2,200 later, doctor lacking sleep. I'm still grateful. Love you. Oh, Lorraine. Wow. Got stung by a bee. Girl, summer's almost over. So, yeah, I'm good. How you doing? Yes. Yes, it was nice to see you back in the building, Elaine. Nice to see you. We're going to go over this video, you guys. I'm going to let you guys know it's a whole hour, but I just didn't want to watch it by myself. And you guys can make comments in there. I'm not going to stop it because I want to watch it, but you guys can watch it with me because I go through these videos 3, 4, 5 times, but I haven't went through this whole video. But I'm going to make sure that I go through it and you guys can hang out. And if you want to talk in the chat, fine, go ahead. That's what it's all about while we watch it. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to get right on to it. I want to share my screen. Yes, I do. Here we go.
What's that?
You talked to Gabby on there.
Yeah, I just spoke to her.
Yeah.
So, you want to do me a favor? Let's go ahead and get you to step out of the vehicle. Alrighty? Come on over here. You're not in any trouble right now. So, tell me what's going on.
She just gets worked up sometimes, and I try and really distance myself from her. So, like, I locked the car and I walked away from her. What happened this morning is that she's trying to start up like her own little website blog and everything. So I give her time. And we really had a nice morning and anything, but she just got worked up because we were trying to get going and get our day going because we want to go like arches before the stuff like that.
Okay. You want to tell me about those scratches on your face?
She had a cell phone in her hand. That's why I was pushing her away, because she wanted. I locked the keys so I could walk away. I said, let's just take a breather and let's not go anywhere. Let's just calm down for a minute because she was getting a little worked up. And then she had her phone and was trying to get the keys to her, so I got in the way. I was just trying to. I know I shouldn't push, but I was just trying to push her away to go. Let's just take a minute, step back, and breathe. And you see, she got me with her phone.
Can I see your hand? Oh, you got a mark right here.
Oh, that's from a wire.
That's from a wire?
Yeah.
You want to tell me about hitting that curb?
Hitting the curb was her grabbing the wheel.
She grabbed the wheel?
Yeah. She said, I can't believe we're getting pulled over, and then she grabbed the wheel.
What about the speed? Did she take over the?
The
pedal on you?
If I was going fast, I'm sorry. No, it's probably just the moment of like, I'm still shaking now. The adrenaline, seeing the lights flashing up, and then her gripping the wheel. So if I sped up, I'm sorry about that. Or if I was speeding beforehand, I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, it took quite a bit to catch up to you. So,
yeah. I'm sorry about that. We're just going into the park again to get water because we have a 6-gallon water container to fill up. So we're just getting water for the hike. Okay. And I was trying to keep everything calm and quiet because there's plans still to go for a hike, but it's good. I'm really sorry about that.
Of course. Do me a favor. You want to go ahead and just take a seat right over here on the curb for me?
And if I was speeding, I'm sorry.
You don't have anything in my pocket or anything like that, do you?
Nope.
Just the wallet? All right. And then, do you mind lifting your shirt so I can check your waistband?
I got
Turn around for me real quick.
Perfect. Nothing.
I just want to make sure. That's all, man. Go ahead, do me a favor. Take a seat, all right? Oh, do you have your ID on you?
In the car. If you want to come with me,
no, we'll just do this. Just go ahead and take a seat.
You come with me, I'll give it to you.
Oh, you're fine. What's your first name?
Brian.
Brian? Is that layman spelling?
B-R-I-N, yeah, and L-A-U-N.
And then your last name?
L-A-U-N.
L-A-U-N.
D-R-I-E.
D-R-I-E?
Yep.
Laundry? Mm-hmm. Okay. What's your date of birth, Brian?
I'll say crisscross applesauce, but can I just sit in the shade because I'm bald? It's okay. I'll give you some shade. Sound good?
Alright, just hang tight for me. SO229. I need a 29 name and date of birth. First name Brian, layman spellings, last name Laundry. Lima Alpha Uniform, November, Delta, Romeo, India.
You guys, we seen the first part the other day.
Slapped him first. It's on his face. How many times did you slap?
Bravo, Romeo, India, Alpha, November.
And then what? His reaction was to do what?
It's gonna be out of Florida.
He just grabbed you. Did he hit you though? I mean, it's okay if you're saying you hit him, but I understand if he hit you, but we want to know the truth. Did he actually hit you? Because where did he hit you? Don't worry. Just be honest. You slapped your face or what? Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. So has he been drinking? Okay. What was up with his driving? This officer said he hit a curb.
I
While you're driving? While he was driving, you were hitting him? Did you already tell him all this?
I didn't get that far into
Okay,
it. She
so
was hyperventilating
She's
a little
saying
bit.
that they don't drink, but at the point when you lit them up,
You don't drink or anything. I was yelling at him, and then when you turned your lights on, I kind of punched his arm like this.
she's saying was why he hit the curb. You said it was Gabby? I'm sorry, I'm really bad. It was Gabby?
Yeah.
Try to meditate stuff, but you tend to have a lot of anxiety and stress.
I have a lot of anxiety.
And what's his name? Is it Brian? Is he usually pretty patient with you?
Yeah, but it just makes me upset. I know that he definitely gets frustrated with me a lot.
Way of taking my anxiety and bringing it down, but my ex-wife, I'm just sharing it, I know it's a little personal, but to help you understand, we would feed off each other's anxiety and spiral, you know what I mean? And it doesn't matter how much I loved her. It may be bad for your soul, just saying. I'm not telling you what to do with your life, but if you know you have anxiety, look at the situations you can get in. You know what I mean? And we're not here to be mean to you or anything. Well, you know, there's a first time and then it usually... We'll go see what Brian's saying, but I think you've heard everything now from...
Quick question. You said you were hitting him in the arm. Did you grab the steering wheel?
No, I didn't.
You did not touch the steering wheel?
I didn't touch the steering wheel, but only for like a second, because I just saw the lights come on, and it was more just like, you're an idiot. Like, you know.
But did you grab the steering wheel and like
No.
swerve or anything like that?
No. I didn't touch the steering wheel at all.
I'm going to go ahead and close this door again. Do you have enough air back here, or do you want me to kick it up some more?
Do you have any water?
I will see if I can find some.
Okay, no worries. Thank you.
You wouldn't have to have any water, would you? You might get a bottle.
Did you already give a statement for this officer?
I've got this gentleman here.
Yeah. This gentleman noticed that you had some marks on your neck. Yeah. And she's got some marks on her too. We're just trying to figure out what all happened. And I know you probably already told your story. This officer is probably going to be the one handling the whole case. You want to listen to what he has to say, and then you tell him what happened. So if you don't mind.
Start at the beginning for me. Over.
Start at the beginning. Well, I don't want to go too far back, but we've been in Beyond Land for the past week or so, traveling around, and the flies here are pretty intense. So the flies have definitely been getting to her, and then my feet are dirty and everything. So I think that our little squabble started because we were hanging out at the coffee shop, and when we got back to the van, there was some dirt and stuff in the van, and I moved our food around. It was a little disorganized, so she gets a little.
Sorry about that.
It's okay.
Do you need any water?
That's okay.
It's hot out
We
here.
were going to get water because we ran out, but it's okay. No, it's all right. I don't like plastic bottles. It's okay. Thank you, though. But we just had a little disagreement there, and the disagreement was just that she was getting a little worked up, and I was saying, "Oh, it's okay. Thank you so much."
As long as it's cool, that's good.
So it was just more disagreement, and I just wanted to say...
What was the disagreement about?
It was. I wouldn't even call it disagreement. It was just that I'm dirty and I can't change being dirty. Like I got dirty feet. I got sand on my flip flops and stuff like that. It was that we were at the coffee shop for so long because we were there from 9 to 3. So I guess there's a few little things, little relationships. I don't know if you're in a relationship, but I'm sure you're.
I've been married for over 5 years now. So.
There's a lot of little things.
I can go.
And we really it wasn't. We weren't physical before the point where I said, all right, let's just take a breather and like walk away for a minute. I'll lock the van up and I'll go for a walk this way and you can go walk that way on the block. You know, there's that what is it called, moonflower?
Right,
yeah, nice areas. You can go either way. It's all shaded. So let's go for a little walk and breather, come back. It's pretty, you know, happy with it. But she's, I'm not upset with her. She got worked up and she had her phone in her hand and her keys and everything. And she wanted, not her keys, her rings, her phone. And I was holding on to the keys because I didn't want to go anywhere. And my big fear is, I don't have my phone. I don't have my phone. So she goes off without me with a car. I'm on my own. So I was saying, let's just go for a walk. And she was trying to get the keys for me. So I was just going, just wait back up. And that's when she hit me. And I didn't get. I don't want to push you, but I didn't get overtly physical. I was just trying to keep her away and not get hit. And then I got really loud, and like that's probably drew everyone's attention where I was going. You know, back up, get away, just give me a...
Okay, so you said you pushed her to create some distance, obviously, right? What happened after that? What got the scratches on your eye?
The phone.
The phone? So you pushed her and she hit you?
She was... it wasn't like a push and she jumped on me. She was already... I don't want to... She was already swinging and I was... A lot of angles, a lot of nails, a lot of rings.
Yeah, you got 3 scratches on your neck. You got one on your left side of your neck. You got one in your face here, and you got 4 that are bleeding over there. So you just try to. So it looks like 2 hands.
Do you mind lifting up your right sleeve for me? I'm curious about something.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a little bit of nails. I suppose fingernails, but I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining about fingernails.
Is it bruised or tender or anything like
that?
No. Okay.
I'm fine, and I look at it. I hope she doesn't have too many complaints about me. I just, you know, I feel bad I have to get so public. I was just trying to be loud. So this is, you know, I try to make her calm down and be like, look, everyone's watching. And I'm like, stop for a second.
All right, thanks, iPhone. I got a quick question for you, Ryan. Do you take any medications or anything like that? You don't take any medications or anything like that? Are you normally this kind of like hyper?
Do I see my heart rate up whenever the lights flash on? It gets your heart rate up. If I see my
trust me, it does me too, and I'm the one. It gets me going.
You probably can say, "Hey, buddy," whenever somebody walks up.
So okay. Yeah, do you know if she takes anything?
She's crazy. No, I don't think so. No, none that I know of.
All right. Real fast, can I get your first name?
Yeah, it's Gabrielle.
Gabrielle, how do you spell that?
G-A-B-R-I-L-L.
And your last name? B-E-T?
T is in Peter.
Oh, P.
And E-T-I-T.
I see. Oh. You guys both live in Florida, right? Or that's where you guys come from?
My license is Florida right now, but I'm from Florida.
But that's where you have it out of currently. That's like 29. I need a 29 if I need my date of birth. First name, Gabrielle. Golf, Alpha, Bravo, Romeo, India, Echo, Lima, Echo. Last name, Petito. Papa, Echo, Tango, India, Charlie, Oscar. It's going to be Florida. We're just kind of hanging tight for a minute. All right.
Where does you live? Georgia? Florida. Florida, yeah, was our last test. Still get down there. How long is it on the strip? 4 to 5 months out. They can tear out the 5.
What was the determinants? What was the ending of the trip going to be? Moving to a new place?
We're
Or
going to Solar Lake. So her grandmother's best friend lives in Portland, where we stayed. So 2 years ago, we did a one-shot movie trip, which we loved. We did it in a Nissan Sentra, like a tiny little car. So I was like, let's do it better. Let's get a big van, not a big, tiny van compared to all the different. But I said, let's try and do it a little better. And it's been great so far, for sure. But yeah, we're going over to Portland, and I don't know if you're probably more familiar with it, but wolfing. Have you ever heard of that? WWOOFING.
Yeah.
You got it.
I'm from California originally.
Oh, yeah.
So, and part of my job, I dealt with employees that were from all across the United States, and Washington, Oregon, California, Nevada, everything you can think of on your 11 Western. I know most of them.
It's worldwide opportunities on organic farms. So it's like a volunteer work away type of situation where you can work on organic farms. So that's our goal once we get over to Washington. Do that from Washington, then down to Oregon, and down to California. What part of California is that?
I'm from a town just outside Sequoia National Park.
You're going
to be going through there?
We'll get good in the way outdoors.
Good. But no, it wasn't too bad at all.
So I just want to go with 2 witnesses, and I reported it. You want me to tell you what he said? Yeah, real quick. Do you mind hanging with him for a bit? Yeah. So, get away from both of them. So, he said that he never saw the male strike the female. He saw the male trying to lock her out of the vehicle. She even told us that he was trying to lock her out, told her to go take a walk, so that she was trying to get in. She eventually couldn't get in and actually clawed her way in through the driver's door. He says, I don't understand why she's doing that. Well, I think it's because it was the only door that wasn't locked that she could get through. So she's trying to get in over him. He's trying to disengage from her. I guess he hung her backpack on the back probably so she would have her shit, so that he didn't have to engage with her. Everything she's saying is the same thing. I haven't heard what he said, but if that's what he said, it's also what the witness is saying. The witness says, I never saw him hit her. I saw him shove her, but I couldn't tell if it was an aggression against her or a defense against her, as far as her, being the aggressor. So at this point, unless the guy's screaming that he needs to go to jail and did something to this girl, it sounds to me like she is the primary aggressor.
Yeah.
Now, the problem with her being the primary aggressor is in an instance of domestic assault, be it a male or be it a female, we shall arrest. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean they have to go to jail. We can do a citation if it meets one of 3 criterion, which one of them is that we can ensure that they're not going to further risk each other's safety. But the problem with that is they live in the same vehicle.
That's what I was going to say. The other part of it is
there was actually an injury too to the victim, which is him.
Right, and I'm getting conflicting stories about why they hit the curb up here.
What did he say why he hit the curb?
Well, I've watched, this is what I saw first. Saw him cross the double yellow. I was doing 42 miles an hour. I was, probably 2 car lengths behind him, tapping my wheels at him, trying to get his attention. They knew I was behind him. And then after he crossed the double yellow, he merged over into the right lane, and then out of nowhere, just boom, hit the curb.
So did he tell you why?
He said that she grabbed the wheel and turned it real hard. She said that she was hitting him in the arm. So
sounds legit. I mean, I'm sure if I'm driving and my arm's on the wheel and I'm getting hit in the arm, I'm probably pulling at the wheel.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it was a little of both. And usually the truth is somewhere between. He's probably trying not to say that he hit her because he probably doesn't want her charged with assault, domestic assault. He probably would rather say she pulled the wheel than hit him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, fortunately for her, we cannot treat, just because he's bigger and stronger, and even if he's not willing to press charges, we can't treat this differently than if it was a male on female violence. And we're going to have to charge her. And we can do a citation if there's some arrangement that can be made to separate them. And then we have to let them know that there's no contact order in effect. And we have to let him know the only way to drop it is to go into the police department during business hours and fill out a waiver, which, by the way, what's today? Thursday? So it won't be till tomorrow. I know they're till noon, I think.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure he's going to want to drop it.
Well, the other part of it is they said that they've been on 4 or 5 months that they've been living out of this van together.
Well, this is really bad news. Let's talk to him first. Ryan?
Yeah.
Did you ask him yet to take pictures of him? Yeah?
No, I haven't done any of that yet.
Ryan, unfortunately, in the state of Utah, we don't have discretion on some things. Like, for example, if I pull you over for speeding and I want to give you a warning, I can do that because it's under Class A. It's a Class B or under. If I want to give you warnings for all kinds of stuff, I can. But there's a few things I can't. Like when I say I, please, I'm not in charge of it. One of the things that the state legislature doesn't give us discretion on is charges when it comes to domestic assault. And it sounds like you guys are living together, so you meet the statutes for domestic partners. And you do have injury, and both an independent witness, probably the next one we're going to talk to as well, which we haven't talked to yet, but the one we did talk to, and your own companion have made it clear that she was the primary aggressor and that she was striking you and you received injuries. You haven't admitted to striking her. She has not admitted to striking her. The witness did not see you strike her. So at this point, you're the victim of domestic assault. That even if you didn't want to pursue this, we don't have a choice. The best thing we can do to not, the law says we have to charge her. It doesn't say we have to put her in jail. Okay, but it also says we have to separate, there's no contact order, and we have to put her in jail if we cannot separate. And the little problem here is you guys on a floor to live in the bed together. How are we supposed to separate her? Now, I don't want to take this small 21 issue.
A 22-year-old
blonde hair,
jail.
You could definitely defend yourself against, but at the same time, we can't say because you're a male or she's a female, we can't treat this different than if you were the male hitting her. Or you got treated the same.
Yeah, no.
So she's kind of in a tough spot. So unless you have an idea about how she could not go to jail and be separated, you have friends in town, somewhere she could stay. Tomorrow, if you want to, it's up to you. You can go to jail. You can't because we don't have a charge for you. Now tomorrow, if you wanted to, you could get with her again tomorrow.
Take your radio.
If you want to be with her again tomorrow, because it's after 5, so office is closed, so you can go to the police department and fill out a waiver to drop the no contact order so you guys can still be together, which is going to have a court date online. So she's going to have to show up for a court date online and answer. The prosecutor might drop it. So they might say, for example, if you're not willing to pursue it, that's your decision.
I was going to say, it definitely is. I'm not going to pursue anything. She's my fiance. I love her. It's a problem. I'm sorry that I had to get so public. So I just want to get like the checklist of things we got to do to get rid of it. So there's an online court date.
Well, she'll get a paper with a court date.
How do I get rid of it?
Well, the court date has to be attended in order for them to decide whether they need to continue or drop it. First, it's an initial appearance to say, are you who we think you are? Yes. Do you understand the charges been brought against you? Yes or no? Yes or no, the answer. Do you have an attorney? Yes or no, you need one. And then from there, she can ask to speak to the prosecutor. The prosecutor might be contacting you and say, hey man, I don't see 110 pounds soaking wet, and you're a big strong guy, and we understand you're not even wanting to pursue this, but the cops have to follow the statute. How you're like, what word, in the interest of you, of justice for you, the victim, what do you think? And they can decide to still prosecute it, or they can decide to drop it, or they can decide to give her a plea and make it kind of go away so she hates somehow. But that still does not eliminate the first court appearance. But she has to attend, which thankfully for you guys is going to be online. You don't have to. So if you're out of town, here's the thing: if you're out of town and she doesn't come into a court appearance online, they can suspend the driver's license, they can issue a warrant for her. So she needs to play ball.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. And run for her team. Me and her and her team. I'm sorry about all this. I apologize again. But so she's got her online court date. She's acknowledges she's her, and then she's got the one for the.
Well, there's automatically right now there's something called a no contact order in place.
Yeah,
from this point forward until tomorrow, if he was to drop it, you have to go to the 217 East Center Street, Monterey Police Department.
I got all the pictures.
And you have to ask them to give it to you. You want to fill out a waiver that you're requesting a waiving of the contact with you, no contact with you. No contact with you, she cannot come into contact with you, she cannot talk to you, she cannot text you, she cannot go on any premises you're occupying, she cannot go to your vehicle. And until you drop that, or until a court date, if you don't drop it, it'll stay in effect until midnight on the day of court. And then that gives you time to get a protective order, a long-term one, if you feel like you need one. It sounds like you don't even want this one. So tomorrow, they open at 8, you can go to the police department, you can file the waiver, they can remove it, then you can say, hey babe, where you at? Let's pick you up. And you can pick her up. Now, we're hoping not to put her in jail, but if she doesn't have somewhere to go tonight, be separate from you, then
I can't talk to her now because it's separation, right?
So tell me this: do you guys have enough money for like a hotel room or anything like that? Because what we could do is we'd cite her for this, and then I'd give her a ride over to whatever hotel you guys is choosing.
Pick her up there tomorrow if you
And
want
you-
to know what
On your way to go pick her up, you stop over there at the PD, sign the paperwork that they're requesting, and then you can go pick her up quite literally within minutes.
Unless you know someone else in town that's a friend that you can stay with.
You know, unfortunately not. I don't, but I guess that.
Man, I sure hate to. I don't want her to go to jail.
Well, if she goes to jail, it's like that goes down somewhere instead of her going to a hotel, right? If you get a citation.
So if she goes to jail, they're going to book her. And they'll take her fingerprints and go on in front of the street. And then if they don't convict her, then it will just show that it was dismissed. It was going to show up in her criminal history, but the charge was dismissed. If she was found guilty, it'll show up that she was guilty of domestic assault. But the charge itself will show up on her criminal history until she gets expunged. Now, even if we give her a ticket, we're still going to take a fingerprint and it's still going to show up. Either way, it's still going to show up. There's no way around a Class A. Or is this Class B?
This is Class B.
But they do require a fingerprint on it.
Yeah.
Okay, so,
The other part is if you contact her or she contacts you, she can be charged with a Class A,
well,
which is a little bit different, but it doesn't help you.
if you were to contact her and she responds to you, then she could get a new charge for violating her contact. No contact order doesn't restrict you, it restricts her. So if you go talk to her and we find out and you're not in trouble, she'll be in trouble. So you're interested. Does that all make sense?
No, I'm getting it all.
It's a lot, really quickly.
No,
I
yeah, I'm
understand.
getting it all. I'm just trying to figure out a way.
You don't know anyone in town? You guys been around long?
No, I don't know anyone in town. If she went,
I don't think CK will take her to see the aggressor.
No.
There's a winter shelter.
I'm curious.
You can find out. Say, so where to go.
if you did the citation, like say she drove off and then she could drive off in this car.
We could give you a ride somewhere.
I got my backpack.
It's up for you.
I got my backpack. You can spend the night. You want to drive me to Delicate Art?
Does she have a good driver's license?
She's gonna get you a driver's license. Yeah.
You trust her with your vehicle?
Yeah, she can.
Then you kind of be homeless for the night.
And man, I can't talk to her at all. Well, and I've got to do the thing, so I can't go camping.
We can tell her what it is that she needs to do to get through all this, and then let her know what the plan is.
Here's the problem, though. If we take you up to Delicate Arch, you're going to be hoofing it from Delicate Arch all the way down to Moab Center Street so that you fill out that paperwork, because if you're not there by noon tomorrow, you're going to be looking at Monday morning.
It's early on Friday.
Yeah. You'd be looking at Monday morning before you could actually see her again.
Again, we're not trying to make your life hard. This is written statute. There's nothing
a lot of
about it. It's designed to protect victims of domestic assault. Not everybody's the same. This is different than normal, but we have to treat everything the same. And that's how it is.
You can't afford a hotel.
No,
Good. Very little money you have for sure.
You want me to? I'll call CK then.
see if CK will take it for the night.
I'll see if they'll take either one of them, because then we can figure it out.
This is the way they take me. Oh. Actually, CK will take him as a victim of domestic assault. CK will take him, and they will help you tomorrow.
And you're like a block and a half away from the PTA.
Let's see if CK will take him, because they actually they didn't take a guy, but they got a hotel for a guy last time.
Yeah, I'll do that.
CK might get you a hotel. Now, what she does,
I'm happy sleeping outside in the sleeping bag.
no,
I don't need
we don't want that.
I'm just saying, I think CK will get you a hotel. If you want her to have the van, we don't care. It's up to you.
Yes, this is Officer Robbins with Moab City Police Department. How you doing this afternoon? Oh, not too bad, not too bad. So I just did a domestic, and the male is going to be our victim. Is there any way that you can help us set him up with a place to stay tonight? Okay. $10.99. Yeah. Yes, please. Thank you. Well, all right. So the after hours guy isn't there at their office right now. He's going to run from his house over there, and we're going to get you all lined up. Don't worry about it. This is a phone call that they wait on. So don't feel like you are making anybody do anything extra. So we're trying to make this as easy as possible. We're not wanting to take her and book her or anything like that.
No, I really, really appreciate it.
And I know how rough this stuff can be. Like I said, I've been married for 5.5 years. Believe me, if I were to say that me and my wife haven't had our share of spouts, I'd be lying to you. She lives with anxiety. I live with a woman.
No, both of us are really.
I know. Her anxiety elevates my anxiety, and sometimes
that's why I'm like, I gotta walk away. I gotta breathe. And look in the backfire even then. But
I'm not going to try to sit here and give you like
no,
my advice. You've been on this road almost as long as what I have. There's nothing I can tell you that's going to really make a difference. But at the end of the day, I'm sorry that this has happened. I'm sorry that it went to this extent.
No. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Could I get my key and make like a little bag? If you can grab me something?
Yeah.
Is that all right?
Would you mind watching for me?
Yeah.
Yeah, just if you don't mind doing it from over here, we don't want you to get hit in the road. Okay. So.
Witnesses say were caused like a slap. And you say you slapped him, and we're guessing you hurt. I don't have anyone saying that you actually punched you aggressively. It sounds like it was shoving in a manner that was probably more consistent with trying to prevent you from opening the van or to get space from you, not to slap the same. So, if the tables were turned and he was beating on you and you were shoving him, of course we were looking at it like, oh, of course she's defending herself away from this guy. But we're kind of looking at the same way with him. We have to take both very different, a bigger male and a smaller female. The law doesn't say, hey, Officer Pratt, Officer Robbins, you can treat people different based on gender under the section we can. Even if it makes no sense, you probably did not physically destroy this man.
This is Officer Robbins. Hey, how's it going? That's fine. I'm still going to be here for a few minutes dealing with this, so we have almost as much time as you need. So his name's going to be Brian, Brian. Last name Laundrie is Laundrie. In Laundrie. Yeah, well, it's not Y, it's IE at the end. Yes. So they were at Moonflower, the organic grocery store down the street from you guys, and they got into a heated argument. Both of them were saying it was over petty stuff. He told her to take a walk so that she could cool off. She refused, broke into the car after he locked her out of it. She started trying to slap and scratch him. He pushed her away. They both got in the vehicle, took off, and I found him out here next to me. No. Well, we are charging her with domestic domestic assault. So there's going to be a protection order set in place between the two of them until he's able to get over to the PD tomorrow, because he doesn't want to pursue it, but I don't have a choice in this, as I'm sure you are well aware. So he's going to be wanting to go over to the PD first thing tomorrow morning as they open up to get the protective order removed. But that doesn't fix tonight. Yeah. Sorry about that. Go ahead. Yes, they both have Florida licenses. Of course. Right. Well, the other part of it is we don't think it's very likely, but with her as the suspect in this, would you be able to put her up for the night? Okay. I had to make sure I at least asked. It's better safe than sorry. So I didn't know if that would make your life any easier or any tougher on me. So. Awesome. And if it's easier for you to just send me a text with a location, that works just as fine too. Alrighty, sounds like a plan. Thank you. What did you say your name was again? Pete or Philip? Phil. Okay. Alrighty, Phil. Talk to you later. Hey, Brian. Can I take 2 minutes of your time real quick back here? So, because there was an assault that took place and you were obviously showing signs of the strikes, do you mind if I take pictures of the injuries that you sustained? I know it's not super severe. I mean, you want me to call? I mean, I can call the EMS if you want me to. You don't seem like you want to go that far. If you want to take a photo, you can take a photo. Yeah, I need to take pictures for my evidence, because otherwise it's going to be your say, her say, my say, and the court's going, oh, so I have to do this part of it, alright? So it's just going to be a couple of pictures. Is she okay?
Yes. Microphone, do you know where it is?
Yeah,
without telephone, where is it?
Just hang on. Go ahead.
Go ahead and tell me if you don't mind me grabbing it.
I can grab it because it's in a spot.
Why don't I go with you? Where are we going in the car?
Right face. Yeah. One of his ring fingers, I think, has got the scratch on it. And you saw earlier.
Yeah, I saw the videos. Well, I was trying to build some consistency between the stories. And then let me see your hand, because that, I'm going to get from that one. That okay? We'll go. All right.
Could have been a pot, or could have been a...
I know you said this is from a wire, but I'm going to take a picture of it just in case, and I'll document that you're saying that's from a wire, not from her. It's just I want to document everything, you know. And then your right arm. You have anything on the other arm, on your back, chest, anything like that? Let me get your neck real quick as well. You want to kind of tilt your head off to the right and look up?
This way?
And then
I don't know.
Yeah. And then this is just for precautions. You mind lifting your shirt for me? And we can go back here if you want some privacy. I want to, like I said, I want to do a very thorough job. I want to make sure that you don't have any additional injuries you don't even know about.
I'm good.
You mind here, put your collar out on me a little bit? On the other side? Alright. So, I talked to my contact over there at ZKD. People that can help with hotel rooms and stuff like that I don't have at the office. I'm just playing contacted, but a couple people trying to get it all lined up because certain people have access to the corporate card, he doesn't. So we're trying to get everything lined up. This is going to take us a few minutes to get that lined up, get her cited and stuff like that. Like I said, we're going to be handing her a piece of paper that has some of its dates, stuff like that, and she'll be able to give you all that information once you drop that. Okay? So, you want to hang tight? Well, yeah. You want to go ahead and finish getting your stuff with this fine gentleman here?
She's got herself on. She's calling her parents just to feel better. She doesn't want to not be with him tonight.
There's no choice in the matter.
Yeah.
So
That's the small supervisor, at least that's what he said.
How far do you want to go?
right. Right. She went to smack him. Well, he's got a swollen right eye, scratches. So we gotta go find it. Was it intent and attempt, or intent or attempt? Sure.
My attempt to get basketball.
All right.
You go ask her what her intention was. She said,
Right.
you attempted answer that question. But the only way you know her intent, what she's attempting to do is by asking her.
Right.
Gabby, this is a very, very important question. How you answer this question is going to determine what happens next. But the only person who can answer this question is you. Think very hard before you answer the question. Do not quickly answer. Think very hard. When you slapped him those times, were you attempting to cause him physical pain or physical impairment? Was that what you were attempting to do to him? What were you attempting to do? What was the reason behind the slapping and stuff? What was it you were attempting to accomplish by slapping?
I was trying to get him to stop telling me something.
Well, it doesn't sound to me like she attempted to injure him. It's your call. It's 100% your call. I support you either way.
I'll let you get back to your own parents, okay? You can say that she openly admitted to me earlier that she was striking him in the arm. Or he said that she was striking him in the arm. He said she was, and that's what caused him to hit the curb. She said that she got hurt. I might have this too. It's not probably.
No, she said that too, but she started distracting him by hitting him, and then he probably looked at her, and that's why the mark found when he said, and she said it was her fault because she was distracted by hitting him. But she said she didn't try to hurt him, it wasn't malicious, she thought that he wouldn't listen to her.
So assault is an attempt with unlawful force or violence to do bodily injury to another. The code for bodily injury, the definition says, bodily injury is infliction of pain or physical impairment or illness. So you can go. Now I'm recording, and society and the judges and everyone can judge me for this. I am looking at a 110-pound female and her fiance who have no means to be separated. He doesn't want to pursue it. She's not a threat to him, more than slight abrasions from her fingernails. I don't care if we use the actual letter of the law to not charge, but I also don't care because it literally does possibly make perfect sense to go full-on domestic assault and do the whole thing. This is your opportunity to make the decision. Let's.
Things is finna turn right now, you guys. That's why we can't hear what they're saying. My. Oh, my God. Here we go. They're not going to let us hear this conversation. They're not letting us hear it. They don't want to charge her. They don't want to arrest her. They don't want her to, they want her to be, she's not saying nothing about him. And they don't want to take her to jail. Go ahead. Okay, I'm done talking.
You got this?
I'm making this decision. I'm going to side him. I'm going to go follow through the first.
Would you feel more comfortable handling that guy?
Yeah.
Go handle that guy.
Go handle that guy. Okay.
If you're more comfortable.
Well, it's 6 one way, half dozen the other. I mean, it's a headache whether I go left or it's a headache whether I go right.
Another option is to not charge them but separate them for the night. If they find themselves together again, what is it to you? You separated them. You provided for his safety. If he doesn't have enough sense to stay away and you got him separated, it's on him.
We can't can't babysit my life. That's not what I do. So it's up to them. We're not going to
You can separate them and say, don't let this go off till tomorrow. If they don't let it go off and we hear about it, we'll hear about it.
They're camping in the park tonight. We'll let you know.
And if there's some fighting going on, you already was Mr. Nice Guy. You already gave him a chance. What you can't do by law is separate someone and say, if we hear from you again, we're going to arrest them. Because then if one of them really needs help, they may not call police and get help. The law says you cannot, literally, you may not say, if we get more problems with you guys tonight, one of you is going to, you can't threaten like that. Right. It's true because it stops you from wanting to call the police to get help. Does that make sense? Right. So go full or nothing or in between and separate them and kind of give them the nod, the wink, like, hey, just stay simple. It's up to you. I'm going to go handle that. You got very capable help with you here, and I trust you.
I will. Alrighty, man. So we're still going to be going through. I do need some things from you, though. Do you mind if I get a picture of your driver's license?
Yeah. I was thinking it was in parts like that. This is me.
Uh-oh.
I know this man has hair.
You said that this is still your mailing address, right? It's still the right way. Alright, and then... Ryan, what is the phone number?
Thank you guys for helping us.
Oh, yeah, no problem. Have a good day. My phone number? Yeah.
My. Oh my goodness gracious. This man said it's 6 one way and a half a dozen the other.
All right.
So what? We'll hear about it later.
Can I get your phone number?
Wow. This officer says, so what? We'll hear about it later. And I have heard officers say before, oh, if we have to come back out here, we're going to arrest both of you.
It should just be in the design.
Okay, do you have any problems with me taking a picture of it? I have to have IDs and stuff like that for my investigation. Here. So, this is what I'm going to do. I've decided I am not going to cite you for domestic violence battery, okay? It was only going to be a Class B misdemeanor. However, the domestic violence portion of it enhances it. Makes life a major pain in the butt, especially you're 22, right? So I'm choosing not to cite you today. So you are not going to be charged with it. All right? But this is what I do have to do. I am separating the two of you tonight. Okay? I want you guys both to be tonight away from each other, relax, breathe, crying, because there's no reason to be crying now, okay? I understand that this can feel like it's a nightmare, but you're coming out as the golden flower on top of it, okay? So, you're going to be taking the van tonight, and you're going to go somewhere else. I am going to get him lined up for the hotel room tonight. I want you guys to stay away from each other. For both of you guys' sanity. From what you told me and what he told me, you guys have a bunch of little things that are building up, and finally the little string that you guys were tight walking on broke tonight. Does that sound about right? So, I just want everybody to breathe, get a chance away from each other, go eat a meal, talk to your parents, whatever it is you got to do.
In here?
Just told me so. So, like I said, that's what I'm going to be doing tonight. Hold on. This is Officer Robbins. Oh. Perfect. Awesome. Thank you, Phil. Is this your cell phone that I called? Okay. Okay. Well, go ahead and save my number into that phone, and I'll save your number, or this number, into my phone. That way I can contact the on duty after hours person. So, because I literally had to Google it. So, perfect. Thank you, Phil. I appreciate your time. Yeah. All right. So, I've got him a hotel room tonight. So here in just a minute, I have to keep you guys separated. For right now, don't contact each other or don't wave at him. Okay? Do you want me to say anything to him? Because I can do that for you. You want me to let him know that you love him and that you'll see him tomorrow and stuff like that? I can do that for you.
Make sure you forget a phone charger. Definitely there.
Oh, he's bad about that too?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll make sure that he has a phone charger. Okay? And if I have anything else, please keep your cell phone on so I can call you if I have any questions. All right?
Okay.
All right. So just kind of sit tight for me real fast, and then we'll talk to Brian. All right, Brian. A couple things. Couple things. One, I got your hotel room tonight.
Thank you. It's
All right.
getting outside.
So,
I like the outside.
number two, and this is probably the biggest one. She claims that she did not have intent to hurt you when she was slapping at you. So technically speaking, it does not fit the letter of the code. So I am not going to be charging her with DV. Exactly. So this is what I am going to do, however. I'm not going to release you guys together. I want you guys to stay away from each other tonight. Okay? She's agreed to it. Take some time to yourselves. You guys both have the exact same story as to what led up to the incident. So, taking some time tonight, specifically, taking tonight away from each other is going to be the major breaker in all of this. I think that will help you guys, especially tomorrow when you guys meet up. So she does have a couple of messages for you. One, she said she loved you. She's looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. Two, don't forget to cell phone charger.
Yeah, good. He watched me fumble around the entire 3 laps, and I'm trying to find one.
Yeah, find one? Find one. Okay. The other thing is I don't want you guys to contact each other.
No,
okay, unless
when he said that she can text me or whatever, I was going to send her a message that said, please don't message me, but I love you. But yeah.
But tonight,
don't do anything. Yeah.
She's passing on her love and saying goodnight and stuff like that. All that is stuff that I do to my wife too. Okay, so
I appreciate it.
Just so don't. Just try to not contact each other unless, like I said, earth shattering, something happens. You guys have to jump in the car right now and drive back to Florida because something happened to parents. That kind of circumstance. Yeah, you don't. Exactly. Other than that, just go have a meal by yourself, catch your breath. You're going to be in a hotel room, watch some TV. It's probably been a few months since you actually got to sit down and relax and some air conditioning and watch TV. So take some time for your guys' feet. Yeah, take a shower, man. You got to change your clothes. You got some Tonys in there, right? All right, good. Because they're going to have everything that you need to shampoo, condition, all that good stuff. All right? Our main concern is make sure that you have cell phone charger so you guys can get along. Okay?
I really appreciate it.
So, I am going to walk her over here to the car. Okay? And if you'll just go stand over here in front of his pickup real quick, we'll get her out of here and I'll be right over here. All righty? You invite you. Absolutely. Alrighty, Gabrielle, you want to step out for me? As you can see, I have keys in my hand, which is good, okay? So, something that I do, that I emphasize to him, and I don't know if I emphasize to you or not, don't text each other tonight. He wants to pass on the same message you passed to him. He's really looking forward to talking to you again, but I told him and you, unless there's earth-shattering emergency news, don't text tonight, okay? Even with the good nights, I love you. He's saying good night now. He's saying he loves you now, and you guys can talk tomorrow morning, okay? He's going to go to the hotel. I'm going to give you the keys to the van. I'm going to get you all. All righty? So, here's that. I'm giving him a ride over to the hotel, okay? So, everything's going to be okay.
Will it be a far drive for me to get him in the morning? I'm just curious.
I'm not going to tell you where he's going to be at tonight.
I know.
Like I said, I want you guys to be separated. But I can tell you this.
I just don't usually drive the van, so I just want to make sure it's not like far away.
No. It's
Okay.
it's basically from here to Moonflower. Okay. It's not far at all. So let's get you in the van. Let's get you on your way. All righty. Do you want that Gatorade, by the way?
Okay.
You got enough water? Also, something I want you to know. Here, stand over here real fast for me. If you go over to City Market, they have a list of places where you can get yourself a shower for like $4 or $5, something like that. They're pretty cheap. A place where you can shower, decompress, de-stress a little bit. Alrighty.
Yeah, I just showered yesterday at one of those.
Well, you didn't have today happen yesterday, so it does my wife wonders. When she gets stressed out, it's like, get in the shower.
It does
get in the shower.
Really relaxing.
Go take a shower, relax, take some time for yourself. And like I said, don't text each other tonight. Text each other tomorrow morning after your eyes open up and you're fully awake at your morning routine, okay? All right, you have a good night, okay?
Thank you.
All right.
I got the ladder. I get the bottom of it. It's just the battle of Madison. It's just a contact. So,
You ready for a ride?
let's look at
My door's open. Just climb in the back seat for me. Yeah. You can put your backpack back there, too. I appreciate it.
Sorry about that approach. I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
It's all right. It was an interesting pull-in, so.
Thanks, man.
Daniel, by the way, if I didn't formally introduce myself, I'm Daniel. I'm 229, so if you hear that, I know you're not.
223, Ryan.
See, I hear you guys all the time. This is too much. So,
What's your first name?
it was nice meeting you guys. Nice to see that. What's that? You like it?
I was wondering if you get to play your own personal music in the
Heck yeah, dude. I got my own phone hooked up to this thing.
Can you just jam it all day?
Yeah. Hey, man, it's not too hard to go a few hours without having anything interesting happen or anything to get the old blood pumping real good. You know what I mean? So.
I stuck my hands up because I didn't want to scare you when you pulled over.
Oh, no, you're. That wasn't a traditional stop, to say the least. So don't feel bad. SO2T9.
This is unbelievable, you guys. I'm so happy that we watched all of this.
She did want to pass on her good nights and loves yous and stuff like that, okay? And she understands that I didn't tell her where you're staying because, like I said, I'm trying to keep you guys away from each other for tonight.
Where did you say I was going?
Say that again?
Where did you say I was going?
I just told her that you were going to a hotel. Okay? So, like I said, it's my request, not legally obligated to hold to it, but I want you guys to take some time away from each other because it will make a world of difference. Oh, you're not in any trouble? You got handcuffs on? I didn't tell you that I'm taking you to the jail. No, I told you I'm taking you to the hotel. So, like I said, my main concern, I told her to go take a shower like I told you to, because she seems a lot like my wife. And things that really works for my wife is when she gets stressed out to go take a long hot shower. So I gave her a place to go where she can get a hotel room, or not a hotel room, but get a shower tonight for like $4 or $5, really cheap. So, no problem.
They do work on her too.
Oh, I am getting frustrated.
I've got quite a few. Like I said, my wife has really, really bad anxiety, and she takes medication for it daily. And sometimes it's just not enough. Sometimes it builds up and it happens. I mean,
I think definitely why the doctor told me that I prescribed the medication, but I don't. I felt like if I took the medication, I'd like put myself off balance, and then I'd be more anxious. That's why she's part of my anxiety.
Well, I will say this. When my wife got put on the medication, within a week, I saw a complete turnaround in her attitude, her demeanor. I mean, she wasn't nearly as aggressive or angry or anything like that. It was a considerable difference in her day-to-day life. It made her quality of life better even. You know what I mean?
No, I know what you're saying.
And it's made my quality of life a lot better too, because I don't have her being as stressed. I know that 5.5 years of marriage, I know it's not very long, but at the same time, you learn a lot in the first 5 years.
Yeah.
How long you guys been together?
I would say, well, we've known each other since the start of high school. But in a relationship, it's been 3 years.
Wow.
A little while. Definitely the 5 months of travel together. I've been like agreeing, but we're also like right on top of each other.
I used to drive a truck.
What's that?
I used to be a commercial motor vehicle driver, you know, the big trucks.
Oh, yeah.
And I took my wife with me, and we would easily spend a couple months on end without going home or anything like that, being cooped up in a little 8x8 cage is what I called it, because you didn't have any time to yourself, so to speak. You didn't have time to, you know, you're going through Arizona, you can't just turn off the road and go see the Grand Canyon or anything like that. So
You get a person something like I'm trying to paint or something, I'm making myself a snack. You know.
well, that was one of the major advantages of having her with me, was I could say, hey, I'm hungry, can you get me something to eat? She was able, because I was driving and she wasn't, she was able to go back, get into the cooler, make us lunch or whatever, you know. So there was that as an advantage.
If you ever think that it's better to do something, I always go, I think you're wrong. I think it's not better. It makes life easier.
Yeah.
Have you been in this area all the time?
I've lived here, I'm just shy of 2 years living out here, but my grandfather's lived out here for like 40. So I've been through here a couple of times. But, you know, growing up in California, have you ever been there?
Yeah. 2 years ago, we did a cross-country trip, and we went all out of the highway one now.
I love driving the one. I absolutely love it. But
we're really looking forward to getting back there. It's beautiful here, but the desert's definitely different than before. It's come from like New York and you know the Appalachian Trail.
Yeah.
All trees and waterfalls and rivers, and you come here and it's going.
well, if you take the 80 across to get into California, takes you up over Donner Pass and into Sacramento. It's not any different at all. But you said you're going to be going up to Oregon to see her grandmother or her grandmother's friend. So you'll probably be coming down the 5. You won't be able to tell the difference between California and Oregon up there, except for the fact that there's going to be a sign that says "Welcome to California." But at the same time, since you're going to be coming from the east side of Oregon, you're going to be driving through Oregon and going, there's no difference between Utah. It's actually desert in the southeast corner of Oregon. It's a lot of high desert atmosphere like what this is. It's not the Red Rock or anything like that, but it's just, there's nothing out there for 120 miles, it seems like.
What was your favorite part of growing up in California? I mean parks, just because I'm such a big hiker.
Parks?
Hiker growing up?
Look, if you don't hit Sequoia National Park while you're in California, you are doing yourself a disservice. If you don't go and see Yosemite while you're in California, you're doing yourself a just.
I regret not being there. We stayed there for 3 nights, and it was.
It's like coming to Utah. You come here with the intention of 1 or 2 days, and then it turns into a week, and you're like, well, what happened to the time? Yeah, trust me, I get it.
That's why building the van was so great, just because the Nissan Sentra, if you tried to camp out somewhere, you camp in like the sleepover Walmart type situations.
Yeah.
And now it's all BLM land, and it's
wherever you want.
Watching shooting stars as we go to bed. So I was excited for that.
But yeah, Sorry, my radio was going off. But no, Sequoia National Park, there is nothing like it. Got to see the General Sherman tree. You got to go and see Morro Rock and climb to the top. If you like hiking, it's about a 1.5 mile hike. Well worth it. Got to do it. It's really, really cheap for their tent sites up there. Do you have a National Park Service pass?
Yeah.
Perfect.
I think it's the dream. It's $90 or no, $80 once. And it's like you go to 3 parks and it already pays for it. It's like 15.
Exactly. Well, the other thing of it is with that drive, if you go through Yosemite, you'll drop down into Fresno and then you'll turn off to go to Kings Canyon National Park. If you drive through Kings Canyon National Park, the road literally takes you through to Sequoia National Park. And the Kings Canyon is actually bigger than the Grand Canyon. Yeah, I'm dead serious. And it is a sight to behold. I'll tell you what. And then it takes you straight into Sequoias. And then when you get into, I think they call it Sierra Highway still up there, but you'll take that down and you'll pop up into a town called Three Rivers. It's where I'm from.
Three Rivers?
Yep.
So it wasn't terribly far from Sequoia, right?
My house, I think the furthest I lived away from it was like 12 miles from the entrance.
Oh, man. There you go.
I just hope you don't get motion sickness because it's I think I counted it out to like 32 hairpin turns and it's about 25 miles an hour the whole way up and down. It's very, very slow. It takes about an hour to travel that 30 miles, 35 miles, whatever it is, but it's worth it.
I grew up in Queens, Forest Hills, and then I moved out to Long Island. Kind of surrounded a handful of others, but being in New York, you kind of not that get to like the mountains and that's
Yeah. All right, we're here.
And now you see that I didn't have to file anything.
We got.
I wonder why they turned this conversation off. This is very interesting that they turn off certain conversations.
Tyson? Yep. Officer Robbins Bill called for me.
He did, yes.
This is Brian Mondry.
All right.
So he's going to get you all set up with your hotel room, and he's going to take care of it from here.
All right. Well,
All right.
thank you so
And
much.
like I said, just remember my requests. I think it'll make a big difference in you guys' next couple of weeks at the very least.
I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for everything.
No problem. It's nice meeting you, Brian.
Nice to meet you.
Have a good one.
All right. So sorry.
Wow. I am happy that we went over the whole situation. This is the latest update I want to share with you guys before we get out of here, because we got to know everything that was said. I have a family. Did you hear Brian say, tell her that I love her? That's not a hotel, it's a shelter. I can't believe this. He needs fired. He's disgraced. What a joke. I know, Mary. You know what? I couldn't believe when he was like, I don't care. We'll hear about it tomorrow. It's either 6 over here or half a dozen. If they get together, we'll hear about it tomorrow. Well, you're hearing about it now. You're hearing about it. This is the latest update on that case, you guys. Somebody was talking about the parents. I want to share that with you before we get out of here. I know it's been a long night, but let's share that together so that we all know the same information.
As Gabby Petito's family plans to lay the 22-year-old to rest, the eyes of the world are on the search for Brian Laundrie.
His home was searched by the FBI on Monday, aiming some of the focus on his parents. We wanted to know how the law can impact parents when their children are implicated in a case like this. 8 on your Sun investigator Walt Buteau joining us now with some insight from local defense attorneys.
And this continues to be a homicide investigation without a charge or without a suspect. And we found out the law protects parents in some cases unless they cross a legal line. Brian Laundrie's parents, Christopher and Roberta, were seen leaving their home this morning, followed by police officers. It's now been 10 days since they last saw their son, according to police, who have been searching Carlton Reserve for 5 out of the last 6 days. Tampa attorney Corey Baird tells me the law did not forbid police from watching Laundrie before his parents say he went to this 25,000-acre preserve.
They could have put a car out in front of his house. They could have followed him if he left the house. So they didn't need to have a warrant to do that. That's just part of a criminal investigation.
While the law would not have stopped police surveillance of the 23-year-old, the Laundries are also not legally required to tell police what they know about their son's location, according to attorney Bryant Camarena.
There's no obligation for anyone, a family member, a civilian, to say, oh, I know where he's at, or hey, by the way, so-and-so is taking the first flight out to Mexico. There's nothing that says that they're obligated to do so.
Speaking hypothetically, Baird tells me Florida law does not allow parents to be charged as accessories after the fact in alleged crimes involving their children. But he says covering something up can lead to charges.
If they made misleading statements or lied to law enforcement officers, obviously that's a crime in Florida, and they are not protected from that.
Also, hypothetically, Camarena says there's a federal statute that does not consider a parental relationship if someone helps conceal a crime.
Where if you're aware of a felony crime and you do your best to cover it up or don't report it, then that could be a federal crime in and of itself.
Another reminder, the FBI is still the lead investigator in the Petito homicide case, and Laundrie remains a person of interest, not a suspect.
Yeah, but this idea of accessories after the fact and the federal law and what parents can and can't kind of get away with, because you're a parent, you want to protect your child.
Absolutely.
But I mean, there is a line.
There is a line, and the federal law does not have the exemption for parents. But then the question is, especially in this case, with so many areas, is the jurisdiction, is it a federal crime? Where would the parents have allegedly broken that accessory law in this particular case?
Mm-hmm.
The timeline will become very important at that point.
It's filling in by the day, right? But obviously very important.
Thank you, Walt.
Thank you, Walt. If you have something that you want Walt to investigate, call our
Okay, family, I'm going to get off of here. I wanted you guys to know the latest update. They were talking about who can be charged and who can't, and after this and after that. Soak a lot of this stuff in, the information that you have heard. We'll talk about this tomorrow at 5 p.m. Central Time. You guys make sure. Yep, I heard about that Bat Cave. Yes, I sure did. I heard about Jalen Day. Yeah. Wouldn't be surprised what's gonna come in the next 24 hours, you guys. I will see you guys live at 5 p.m. Central Time tomorrow. Thank you guys for joining and watching. The interaction is opened some eyes, and now I got to think about some things. So you guys take it easy, be good, be safe, and be nice to each other. Bye.